Dallas, what's the latest in Larange?
Well, we've definitely got a lot of action and activity going on. It is a little bit quiet here in terms of residents, and that's a very good thing right now, so that emergency personnel can move freely and be able to access all the hot spots that they need to. The fire has kind of been pushing from the north to the south at various points, and it's all dependent on wind. They had a very good day yesterday with the wind blowing out of the south, and that allowed them to complete a successful backburn, and that occurred last evening. That seems to have helped because the winds have shifted now, and they're blowing from the north, the northwest, and that's kind of blowing the fire right directly into the north end of the town of Larange and the industrial park where NBC Radio here in Larange is located. But crews, helicopters are actioning the northwest side of the fire. I am getting updates as we speak, and they're telling me that the fire has moved down to Big Stone Lake, not the reserve of the Lac La Ronge Indian Band there, but on the lake, but not closer to the community. So that is the good news. It's also moving east from the airport to Larange, but not closer to Eagle Point. I can tell you that good sky conditions today have allowed our Convairs, our retardant aircraft that drop the lines of retardant, to drop several loads out to protect Eagle Point, which obviously was devastated with fire back in 1998 during the Mallard fire here. So the Convairs that were not in service in 1998 are here, and they're dropping. The water skimmers, I had a chance to observe them bombing as well on some of the hot spots to try and knock the smoke down. Visibility is obviously key to get the aircraft in the air. The helicopters and the aircraft are all working right now, and despite the strong north winds, are doing a very decent job, but there's still a huge risk. A lot of people are asking if they can come home, and the answer to that right now is absolutely no. Just understand that no structures in the town of Larange that I have heard or been fed information from EOC, our Emergency Operations Center, have been destroyed. There's been some cabins lost. There's been some dwellings lost in the outskirts areas of town. Nothing, official or confirmed. But the town of Larange itself, the fire surrounding the airport and Eagle Point and the northwest side, no structures have been lost. So fire crews here from all over the province, even Lloydminster, are working hard to make sure that they're here to protect the town of Larange, as the province has said that this is critical and their primary objective.
Again, Dallas Hicks from NBC Radio in Saskatchewan on the show this afternoon. Dallas, what was the mood like as evacuations took place in Larange?
Yeah, it was very chaotic. Obviously, people are reluctant to leave their homes, but from a standpoint of the uncertainty and obviously fear, the biggest thing to keep in mind here is as of this point, everybody's safe. The evacuees are safe, the personnel here are safe, and we don't want to lose any human lives. And property, as much as they're sentimental things, it can be replaced. Obviously that's a different story when you're talking about a community that houses 7,000 plus people. But it went surprisingly well. It's not the first time that there's been evacuations handled by our local officials here, our Child and Family Services Agency in town. The Lac La Ronge Indian Band has taken over a few years ago the Child Protection and the Family Services for Social Services in this area. And they've done a remarkable job of working with healthcare professionals and volunteers to make sure that the evacuation process went very smoothly. And, people don't want to be out of their homes, but right now it's for the best. And they're asking, when can we go home? That's all weather dependent. It won't be today, I guarantee you that, given that the wind is blowing out of the north and that there's no rain in the forecast. So, the calming word to them is, I know it sucks, but make the best of it. Enjoy where you're at. Go have a cup of Tim Hortons if you're in Cold Lake, and try and just think of the firefighters and the work that's being done here, and not worry so much about your property back here as long as people are safe.
All right, Dallas Hicks, appreciate your time this afternoon.
Hey, Jeremy, no problem. Call anytime.